Hi, my name is Rick Heller. I'm a member of the Humanist Contemplative Group. We're a group that meets at Harvard University, and we practice secular meditation. What I mean by that, by secular, is that we meditate, but it's stripped of anything that is religious or supernatural in orientation. Some of our meditations are based on religious traditions, actually Buddhism quite a bit, some the Quaker tradition, but we've discarded anything that might be supernatural or religious, and we treat it really as a form of exercise. We're exercising our mind, we're exercising our breath. A lot of our meditations are focused on the breath. That's the basic form of meditation we practice, following the breath. And we do some other types of meditation as well. Sometimes we've done sound meditation where one focuses on ambient sounds. We also have done image meditations where we focus on an image in the mind's eye. And we have done mantra meditation where you focus on a word you repeat over and over again. And the idea with all these types of meditations is that you have a single object of concentration. By concentrating on that, the rest of your brain goes blank. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but the idea is that meditation is something that provides rest and relief from stress. That's why we do it. And by focusing on a particular object, everything that's in the brain that does not involve the object tends to deactivate a bit. There's been various studies that show how this works. Normally, we're intellectually engaged people. We don't want our brains to go blank all the time, but every once in a while it's good to have a period of time where we can rest and relax. And meditation helps deal with ruminations. If you're thinking about something over and over again, you should have done something, you regret it, and meditation can help silence that kind of inner voice. And it also helps with anxiety. If there's something coming up that you're worried about, a test, some sort of challenge, and you're going over that again and again, chewing over that, that can be upsetting as well. Meditation helps silence that. People often talk about it as something that brings you into the present. And what that means is that your thoughts about the future or your thoughts about the past go silent, and you're just thinking about where you are right now. And that's helpful. You don't want to do that 24 hours a day, or even 18 hours a day, but every once in a while it's good if you're feeling overstressed to have this ability to come back to the present and relax. And so we do this by focusing on a particular object like the breath. The scientific basis of meditation started to come into the Western medical literature with Herbert Benson. He's from Harvard Medical School, and he wrote a book called The Relaxation Response, which is based on meditation which one repeated a word or a mantra over and over again. And he found that meditating produced a relaxation effect. And there's been some further research that shows that meditation slows breathing, and slower breathing is associated with a reduction in the sympathetic nervous system. This is the part of the nervous system that is associated with the fight or flight response. That's what happens when we get very stressed. So slower breathing and meditating reduces the activity in that system and makes people feel less stressed and refreshed. Another scientific basis for this is something called mindfulness-based stress reduction. It's a program that was pioneered by John Kabat-Zinn at University of Massachusetts Medical School. It's since become very common in a lot of hospital settings in the country. And it also involves meditation and also a little bit of yoga and a few other things. And it's very useful. Now, the reason we do it ourselves outside of a hospital setting is these hospital programs, if you ever check them out, they're very expensive. And you actually can meditate for free. You can just sit and you can meditate once you know how to do it. So we're trying to provide some of that knowledge, and So why don't we start to learn how to do it? So the thing to do first is to relax a bit. You can loosen your clothing. You can untie your shoes. If you have glasses, you can take them off. You would normally want to sit in a, sometimes people sit on a mat or a straight back chair. I like a straight back chair. And you sit fairly straight, but not overly so. I put my hands in my lap or sometimes on the top of my thighs. And you can either close your eyes or you can just have them open just a little bit. And if they're open a little bit, you probably want to focus down on the floor or to something neutral. But I'll close them now. And the thing to do is to breathe. You don't have to force your breath to become slower. It's something that will happen naturally. So you just pay attention to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. And you try to pay attention to your breath, and you'll find it's actually pretty difficult. You probably can't pay attention to the whole cycle. So you might want to just focus at one particular time on the inhale or the exhale. And counting your breath is also a very good way to start. So you might count down. So inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 again, 4, and keep going like that. And as I've just been doing this, I've noticed my musculature has relaxed a little bit. A little tends to be on camera, not that common for me to do that. So closing my eyes, just relaxing has been helpful. Keep breathing. And if you can focus on the inhale, you might then try to extend your concentration by focusing on the exhale as well. And even if in between the inhale and exhale, you start thinking about some other things, bring your attention back to the breath on the inhale or exhale. And if that's working, you can try to pay attention to the breath for a whole cycle. If you can do that for one cycle, try to do that for 2 or more. If you can do that for 5 cycles, that's really quite something. It's difficult. But don't feel worried or concerned if you feel distracted. Just go back to that inhale again. And that's all I'm going to say. Just keep doing this for 15, 20 minutes. And then stop. Gently open your eyes and feel refreshed.